For this trick, all you need to do is have the 4 aces or any 4 of a kind you like on top of the deck. So you can place these 4 cards on top of the deck before the beginning of the trick, and then use any false shuffle or false cut to maintain them on top. In my performance, I used the overhand shuffle control to maintain the 4 aces on top of the deck. But of course, you can use any method you like. So after that, you hand the deck to the spectators and you tell them to cut to 4 piles. You know that the last pile has the 4 aces on top. So at this point, you want to move 3 cards from the top of each pile to the bottom. But there is a right way and a wrong way to do that. If you just say to the spectators, I will move 3 cards from the top to the bottom of each pile, you will raise suspicion and you will make them believe that the whole trick is set up. So instead of that, you want to suggest and propose the number 3 to the spectators. So you will say, let's use a small number. Let's take the number 3, okay? And in most of the cases, they will say okay, because they believe that the selection of the number 3 is completely random. But of course, it's a force. So you want to start with the first 3 piles and leave the last pile for the end. You take the first pile, move 3 cards from top to the bottom, and then you deal the next cards at a completely random order on top of each one of the remaining 3 piles. So after you do that, on top of the last pile, you have the 4 aces and 3 random cards on top of them. So you will move the 3 random cards from the top to the bottom of the pile and then deal all of the aces on top of the 4 piles. Now, as you may realize, this trick is very simple and very easy. So the power and the impact of the trick depends highly on the presentation. In my performance, I used poker to dress up the trick and explain the 4 of a kind that came up in the end. But of course, you can use any presentation you like and any presentation you can think of. But it is very important that your presentation is very good so that the trick can be entertaining and amaze the spectators.